Hey guys, I'm here to basically tell you about my boots. I never really thought of Timberlands as a work boot because most people I knew, like growing up, they had the ones that, you know, they were more stylish, and I never really could afford them, so I never really looked at them for wearing, because usually when I buy a boot, I use it for work. And so the reason I stumbled across these was because they had a sale. Sears was going out of business, and they had the another style of boot that was, I didn't even realize they were Timberlands. I didn't even know they made a commercial pro like work boot. So anyway, I was so impressed with I think they were like Boondocks, that I actually had confidence in buying a pair of their regular pro work boots. So I've been wearing these boots for, I think I ordered them, what was it, in 2020? April 1st of, wait a minute. Let me look, make sure I'm not lying. I can't see the screen here. May 17th of 2020, I ordered these. So I've been wearing them pretty exclusively last year, and they've really impressed me. They're comfortable, and they really take abuse. I mean, I've really beaten up the toes on these, especially on the right one, because I kick logs a lot. I've actually kicked it clear down to the toe. But what's really nice is you can wear these to work, and you can actually rinse them off with a hose, wipe them down. I just rinse mine off, and you know, from a distance you can't even hardly tell they're scuffed up. So I really like these boots. They've been holding up well. I haven't had any complaints. I kind of walk on my heel, so the heel's kind of wore down. So I ended up ordering another pair. So this is like over a year. And also I do a lot of stump grinding, and I kick a lot of dirt and stumps. You can also use them in a pinch for tree climbing, because they have just enough arch right here so you can put your tree spike in there. So these are my go-to boots, and also too when you're stump grinding and you're doing tree work. See, I'm almost through that's one thing I noticed too on the other boots. This is the only weak spot right here. This back heel, they fill it full of foam, and it busts through. So what I do is I put silicone in here, black silicone, and it covers up that hole, and makes it last longer. So that's the first place mine really breaks out, is that back heel, because I drag my heel. So that's not too bad though from all the wear. So we're going to go ahead and open this box up and see the difference. Almost 2 years. But if you guys are short on cash and you just need one boot to do it all, I think this would be a good option for you, because like I said, you know, boots are expensive, and you can't always afford to have, especially when you're first starting out, to have a work boot and then a boot to go out on, or or sometimes you don't have time to change, or you just want to slip your boots on because they're so comfortable. All you got to do is take a garden hose and an old rag and wipe them down, and you're good to go. So here we go. Here is the new Timberlands. Boy, aren't those pretty. And if you can see, I mean, this, whatever coating they put on here, it really lasts. I mean, I scraped through it a few places, but it's really durable. And also too, I think the price came down to like $150, so they're affordable. They were like $170, I think. Let's see. It was $150, $114. Tax was $11, so came to $162.48. So there's the Amazon ticket. You might be able to find them on sale somewhere, but I think you can't beat this boot for $150. I mean, it's a pretty darn good boot. Timberland Powerwelt TB0535222210, and they're comfortable out of the gate too. So here's the little thing they send you in the boot. Little trifold they give you. All right, where's the box? I really like these boots. I mean, it's really hard to beat these, because I used to buy Walmart boots, and they'd last me like 6 months, maybe a year, and then the soles would come off. They would just, basically the seal would just peel off. But I used them because they were inexpensive, and they had just enough heel here so I could insole, so I could wear my climbing spikes. I don't climb as much anymore, but every once in a while I keep an extra pair of boots in the truck. But I've noticed that I can, in a pinch, I can use these to climb with. So here is the almost 2-year-old boot, and here's the brand new boot. So they does have a little bit of wear, but I mean, for as much as I wear these and the abuse I put on them, we work in hydraulic oil sometimes. We get hydraulic leaks. Stump grinder kicking stump grindings back in the hole. You know, kicking things, kicking logs, wearing spikes, working out of the bucket truck, jumping on and off skid steers. You know, they get, a lot of times we'll spill hydraulic oil on them, we'll bar and chain oil, gas on them, and I just rinse them off. They get wet a lot. You can walk through puddles. My feet have never gotten wet. I've sprayed them down with a water hose clear up to the top, like to here, all the way down, wiped them off, and the water never came through. I do recommend probably every once in a while the top, I would put some leather conditioner or something on it, but I mean, they're just really good boots. If I could change anything on this boot, it would probably just be that heel. I would make it a solid rubber heel and take that foam out of there, and make them so you can replace the sole, because I think eventually you know, the sole wear out and the boot will still be good. So I'm not sure if they can replace these, and maybe take it to a boot store and see if they can replace the sole. But for 150 bucks, you know, it'd probably be cheaper just to buy a new pair. So anyway, I don't know what you guys think, but I really like these boots. I mean, inside, outside, as long as you wear socks and you put some odor eaters in there, and you're good to go. I mean, even the inside is pretty decent. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Need a flashlight. I think I did sometimes that little felt piece that says Timberland, it'll peel off, but the rest of the insole is still in there, I think, maybe. But you can pull the insoles out, and you can dry them out and put them back in. I think that's what I did. After a while, the insoles will remove. I think on the new ones, they're glued in. I don't want to take them out because it's hard to get back in. That is another thing. In boots, when you take the insoles out, sometimes the toe gets folded up, and it's a little bit hard sometimes to get that out of there or get it back in. So, inspected by 26. And don't keep them outside, because sometimes when I keep them outside, bugs get in there and they don't want to come out. Sometimes you got to make sure you shake them out, especially if you're in a southern climate. You never know what's going to crawl up in there and make its own home. So, all right, that's all I had to say. I'll leave a link in the description. Hopefully they'll stay on sale, or maybe get even cheaper. So if you have guys that wear boots in the tree service, or anytime you need a composite toe, something, a protective toe, and a good solid like cowboy boot, It's really, and then they have, I think they have tan ones now too. So if you want something a little lighter, because the black does attract the heat, so, but it does clean up better, and it doesn't show all the scratches and gouges and all the cuts in them like the brown ones do. But if you want something lighter and you're outside in the heat a lot, might wouldn't consider the brown ones. But in the wintertime, you can't beat these. So I might order a brown pair for the summer, depends on how hot my feet get. If I'm in the bucket truck, in the bucket, it doesn't bother me as much, but I'm standing there grinding stumps in the sun, they too tend to get a little bit hot. All right, guys, that's the Timberland Pros boots. I do really think they're awesome, and I will see you on the next one. If you have any questions or comments, leave them on the bottom, and I will try to answer them the best of my ability. Until then, be safe out there. Tree life.